Hey, welcome in. Well, Elon Musk likes free speech. He's pro-free speech. And the news that he is attempting to buy Twitter, take it over, and make it private so that there can be free speech on it, this is making the left freak out. Why? Because the left has been controlling the narrative, and they like controlling the narrative. They like shutting out people who disagree with them. They like banning people who disagree with them. Because they're authoritarians. They are authoritarian leftists. And boy, oh boy, they really don't like Elon Musk. And it turns out they have reason to not like him because he's a badass and he means business. And it all started with this poll from March 25th. Elon Musk, free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle? The poll said that 70% of people said no. No, they don't. And then Musk tweeted, the consequences of this poll will be important. Please vote carefully. Now, people guess something might be up, but he does a lot of trolling, so you never know with Elon Musk. And then all of a sudden, Elon Musk buys 9% stake in Twitter. And that got the left quite worried. And there was all kinds of speculation on what Elon Musk might be up to. And then Elon Musk was offered a seat on Twitter's board, and he turned it down. Why? Because it would have handcuffed him. So then after this, the speculation's going wild. And then there was this. Elon Musk makes $43 billion unsolicited bid to take Twitter private. And this has got to be one of the most Chad moves that anybody's ever done. And now the left is just completely freaking out. And let's take a look at some of that. Elon Musk can F off. Reaction explodes online over Musk bid to outright buy Twitter and take it private. Well, here we have from Max Boot with his Ukraine flag there. I am frightened by the impact on society and politics if Elon Musk acquires Twitter. He seems to believe that on social media, anything goes. For democracy to survive, we need more content moderation, not less. Well, thanks for that, fascist, because you are a fascist, right? Anybody that tells you that for democracy to survive, you need more censorship, that's not somebody who likes democracy. That's a fascist. Or maybe you can call it just authoritarian leftism, whatever you want to call it. It ain't democracy, right? These people are so terrified of people hearing ideas different from theirs. How about this one? This is from a lawyer. Dear Elon, F off. Your ego is way bigger than your judgment, and your money doesn't make you a decent leader of a damned thing. You run a racist company. That word doesn't mean anything anymore. Hasn't anybody told you that? It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, go ahead and cast your magic spell, all right? Let's see how much it works. Anyway, she continues after her obligatory smearing. And I will never let my words drive your bottom line. I'll be doing all I can to convince liberals not to butt your shit. I guess that's supposed to be buy it, I guess. So I don't know. So if he takes over Twitter, not to use that, we know that you're all going to use it. We know that. We know that this woman is going to continue to be on Twitter. Is she saying, don't buy a Tesla? Well, go ahead. Go ahead and destroy the world with global warming, you monsters. Let's see. Here's Robert Reich. He's always good for a laugh. When I criticized Musk for worker violations at Tesla, he blocked me. When a college student started a Twitter account to track Musk's private plane, Musk tried to buy him off before blocking him. Does that sound like a free speech absolutist to you? Well, he blocked you. He didn't try and get you banned from the platform, for one. And also, I mean, I don't know, is stalking people, is that free speech? I'm not sure it is. But then we've got this here, which sums up the leftist outrage perfectly. Twitter is a private company. It can do what it wants. Elon Musk? Yes. And then, all of a sudden, they don't like that private company thing. But being the internet, people did see through this. I'm going to leave Twitter if Elon Musk takes over is the new, I'm going to move to Canada if Trump wins. Yeah, they're not doing that. They need the attention far too much. I love this one. Elon Musk is literally attempting to own the libs. That is fantastic. Now, you knew that Twitter staffers were not going to be happy about this at all. They're going to be terrified at the prospect of not being able to ban everybody they don't like. Twitter staffers vent online over Elon Musk's takeover attempt. Tech Insider says some likely super excited. Well, that's the thing, right? The far leftists, the authoritarian leftists, are actually a minority. It's just that they're very, very loud and they punch well above their weight. Let's see. Fox News Digital has learned that Twitter will hold an all-hands staff meeting on Thursday to address the situation, as some employees are concerned about Musk's potential takeover. Now, every time we hear about one of these kinds of meetings at one of these companies, there's a lot of tears involved. There's a lot of wailing and crying. And I think often throwing things as well, because the woke employees really don't like not getting their way. Let's see. Ex-Google consultant Joe Toscano has worked with big tech staffers for years and said that the news could actually polarize rank-and-file employees. Quote, "I would bet there's a good chunk of them that are super excited about it, because there's probably a lot of them that have cool ideas for the platform but haven't been able to do anything because of the stagnant leadership that Twitter currently has." Toscano said Musk could cut staff that he views as unworthy and non-functional, which is obviously a concern for employees. Quote, "I'm sure there are people who are in fear." Well, if you're one of those people whose job it is to try and shape narratives on the platform, then maybe you'd be concerned, because Musk isn't really interested in that. From everything that he says, he's more interested in just letting the users figure out what they think for themselves. Here's one employee that tweeted, it's a he-him, by the way, just in case you were confused. "I can't even with Elon buying Twitter. I may have to rethink my employment if that actually happens. Will anybody miss him? Only God knows." Here's another one, sending positive vibes to all the West Coast tweeps who are going to wake up to this news. And here she's replying to this tweet from Chris Anderson at TED. "I get to interview Elon Musk on Thursday here at TED. What questions would you ask him?" And she says, "Ask him if he knows that his weird behavior on Twitter actually impacts the lives of about 8,000 hardworking employees across the world." Well, I don't know. Ask him also what he thinks about how the censorship affects the lives of millions of people across the world, their lives and their careers. And you say you're hardworking. Okay, I guess I have no reason not to believe you. Let's see. A third Twitter employee wrote, "The West Coast will be having to wake up to fresh hell and chaos. LOL." So I don't know. Musk did say this. He floated the idea of turning Twitter's San Francisco headquarters into a homeless shelter. As staffers have been told they can work remotely going forward. Now, interestingly, during that TED Talk that was just referenced in that Twitter exchange, Elon talked about his attempt to buy Twitter. Musk reveals during TED Talk that there is a plan B if Twitter rejects his offer to buy the company. So the plan B would be a hostile takeover. So if the board rejects his offer, he will attempt to still buy it without their consent. And I really hope that he does take control of it and make it private and fix it. Because if he does, it would be a major win for free expression and, by extension, for democracy, for the average person's ability to make a rational decision in the voting booth. Remember the Hunter Biden laptop story that was banned off Twitter right before the election? And aside from all that, it might actually make Twitter fun. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the audio version. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.